Hey, today is October 18th. I am reading from The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie, and it's about throwing out the rule book. Yeah. Many of us feel like we need a rule book, a microscope, and a warranty to get through life. We feel uncertain, frightened. We want the security of knowing what's going to happen and how we shall act. We don't trust ourselves or life. We don't trust the plan. We want to be in control. I've made terrible choices that nearly destroyed me. How can I trust myself? How can I trust life? And my instincts after what I've been, asked one woman. It is understandable that we fear being crushed again, considering the way many of us were when we bottomed out. We don't have to be fearful. We can trust ourselves, our path, and our instincts. Yes, we want to avoid making the same mistakes again. We are not the same people we were yesterday or last year. We've learned, grown, and changed. We did what we needed to do. Then, if we made a mistake, we cannot let that stop us from fully experiencing today. We have arrived at the understanding that we needed our experiences, even our mistakes, to get where we are today. Do we know that we needed our life to unfold exactly as it did to find ourselves, our higher power, and this new way of life? Or are we still calling our past a mistake? We can let go of our past and trust ourselves now. We don't need a rule book, a microscope, a warranty. All we need is a mirror. We can look into the mirror and say, I trust you. No matter what happens, you can take care of yourself. And what happens will continue to be good, better than you think. Today, I will stop clinging to the painful lessons of the past. I will open myself to the positive lessons today and tomorrow hold for me. I trust that I can and will take care of myself now. I trust that the plan is good, even when I don't know what it is. And that is such a good reading and so very difficult to do at times. Nobody wants to go backwards. No one wants to go back to where we were and what life was like before we started to get better. Um, and quite honestly, it took me a long time to be able to be in a spot where I actually appreciated the fact that my life got so bad that I wanted it to get better, but it's just kind of how it was. It's just what happened. And today I grow and I continue to grow, and I have different mistakes and I have different scenarios that make me feel like I'm in struggle or anxious or I wish I had all the answers all at once, but that's just simply not how it works. And when I accept that and when I live in that with an understanding of that in my brain, things tend to go a little less difficultly. And when I try to control or do what I should or do what I think I should or it's when I get into thinking and manipulating and controlling, and when I get there, holy crapoly, it is never good. And it might end up being fine, like it might not be any big dramatic problem, but it's not very much fun internally. It is such a hot mess. But when I do look back and I see that all these times have turned out okay, and that when I did trust, it felt better. So, but sometimes you can't make yourself be in acceptance, and sometimes you can't make yourself be in this perfect place and do the perfect thing, and it's just not possible. So we just have to go with the flow, and when we get that moment where we feel like we're in the flow, celebrate that and celebrate the trust that we have in ourselves right now, and the more you do it, the more you trust. That's just how it's just everything is just practice. And we go backwards, and I get so mad at myself when I go backwards, when I think that I've learned this lesson, and I'm way over getting my feelings hurt, or I'm way over, um, whatever it is that I'm working on within myself. I'm way over that. And then I feel it again. And then it's like, oh, I don't have to get mad at myself. I just have to recognize that, oh, it's still there. And I have tools and I can do something about it. I don't have to go down the rabbit hole that I used to go down and really just kind of hurt myself. So I'm grateful. I'm extremely grateful for that. And I hope that you all have a similar experience, or trust that if you continue to do the work, that you'll get there. Because it surely is not easy. And it's not consistent. It's not always one way or always another way. There's never, always, should, could. All those things just don't apply. It's what's going on today. And that's one thing that we talk about in recovery a lot, is the one day at a time thing. What's going on today? Where am I today? And I do like to look back and see where I was and see how I've changed. But I also don't need to or want to very much live there. I want to be where I'm at. And there's always something to learn. There's always something to love. But the good news is I trust that if I continue to do the work, and if I continue to trust the universe, divine goddess, higher power, I trust outside of myself in the flow of the universe, and not in other people, I guess is my point. I can't trust in other people because we're all human and we all make these mistakes. None of us are immune to it, not one of us. I don't care how good it looks from the outside, not one of us are immune. Whether you're in the program, not in the program, it doesn't matter. None of us are perfect. We're never going to be perfect for other people. We're never going to be perfect for ourselves. And I think that's part of it. It's that discovering who we are, and how quickly can I get to a point where I'm okay with life, where I'm not miserable, where I don't need to anesthetize every single day of my life because I'm miserable, because I do stay in the doom and gloom. Today I don't. Today I won't. Never. Just kidding. 1 minute at a time, one day at a time. I'm just going to keep trying to just keep trying and trudging this road to happy destiny, because it's worth it and it's way better. And I never thought I would be at the place that I am today. So there's some like really shiny light going on today, but I hope it's not too distracting. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I have been a little inconsistent this week with getting my mindful minutes out, so my apologies. I've been really just doing a lot of other work, so I am being accountable right this second, and I will make sure that I am. This light is cracking me up. I will make sure. There we go. It's gone. I will make sure that I am here and showing up, because it helps me very much. And I hope you have a beautiful weekend and rest of your day. This thing. Bye.